What's up, guys? It's Derek here, back for another VOD review. We're gonna do another Asa VOD review today because he is still climbing the ladder. He's actually ranked 2 North America right now. I was gonna do a YBY VOD review, and then I looked at YBY1's match history, and it was kind of a disaster. So I said, you know what, maybe let's watch some Asa, someone who's been doing better. Maybe YBY is on the downswing now. I mean, I'm sure he'll come back. He's my GOAT. He's a beast. But for now, Ace is doing very, very well with way fewer games played than a lot of these players. And oh my god, what are those orbs? We just got dropped a Tristana and a Teemo from orb. So we have 3 fortune here, and it is only 1-4. This also means, because we've gotten so much gold, that we're going to be able to make 10 this round as well. So, I mean, a 3 fortune start at 1-4, you cannot be upset about that. This should be a very, very fun game to play. And you see Asa holding onto the Sivir here because he wants just to be able to play for that trick shot board. You'd really love like an econ augment here, like a clear mind, or I mean, like patient study would be like the ideal. But Asa actually ends up picking up Stand United here, which is stats-wise a horrible augment on 2-1, but I think it actually fills kind of the same niche as something like Stand United. Because it is Stand United, as something like Patient Study, because you're going to be lost streaking, right? You want an augment that's going to have a lot of power late game, and that's the exact same thing that Stand United is. You know, late game when you have a bunch of traits in, you're going to get a lot of stats onto your team. There's also fantastic loss for Asa here. We end up killing 2 units at 2-1. That is actually really, really nice. So a great start so far from Asa. Looks like he scattered around and saw nobody that was like full open. So that's really good. We're gonna get our next die roll here. It's a 2, so I guess we'll revisit. I mean, surely we're gonna continue to push our luck here. Ooh, this is a little scary that Marcel here is also a fortune emblem, but if you look at his board, he's actually level 5 already. This is really surprising out of Marcel. He's level 5 with fortune emblem. It's so he could fit exalted with all the 1-cost exalted, so he's going to guarantee farm that 1 gold per round. But this is actually really, really lucky for Asa here, because now that Marcel's out of our pool, there's almost no one else that we're going to lose to, I would imagine. I would be surprised if there's anyone else weaker than us in our pool here. They would have to be like trying really hard to full loss streak here. So yeah, this is actually a really, really good spot. We get to play the fortune. The only downside, like I was saying, I wish we had some kind of econ augment, but I mean, like I said, Stand United, having a combat augment is nice, especially if we can farm something later. You know, like if we can farm a bunch of gold, then Stand United will be kind of the same thing as an econ augment. Okay, that's a weird way of thinking about it, but you know, like if we get the gold from fortune, then a combat augment, you know, we have the econ and the combat. And if we had got combat from fortune, then an econ augment would be an econ augment. In any case, oh, we have Carousel here. We have Tier Plus Rod open. I love picking belts up here. You could have also picked up the belt on the Teemo here. That would have been Teemo 2. He did hold on to that Teemo last round. Yeah, it would have been Teemo 2, but I think Ace is a little bit afraid of picking up the Teemo 2 here and making a 2-star unit, because we're playing Fortune. We need to keep loss streak, right? And yeah, like if you look at someone like Bosso, I mean, Bosso's board was not that weak, but you know, say Bosso has like 1 less upgrade, maybe it's actually a winnable fight for us. I mean, probably not. Ooh, and I love this from Asa, actually, the level up here. He makes the call that his board is actually weak enough even with the level up here. Wow, and he even kills 1, maybe 2. Wow. Really, really nice level. Because I'm pretty sure if Asa doesn't level here, he kills 0. Leveling here kills 2 units, saves him a ton of HP. I mean, this is how good players play Fortune, is they play it right on the edge. Kill as many units as possible, but still keep their loss streak here. And you see a lot of people, you know, I've watched many streamers, I myself have done this, where, you know, you have 3 fortune, and you say, all right, I'm just gonna play the 3 fortune units, and I'm gonna full open. Wow, really, really nice once again by Asa to know that Bosso might try to grief him, but there's no way at this point that Bosso is gonna be able to grief him. So we take a big loss here, but I mean, it's really good insurance policy from Asa just to make that full open here. 66 HP, not the highest, but we could have been a lot lower. We could have been like the 60s if we hadn't made that play playing the Rek'Sai. So yeah, I really, really liked that play, actually. I'm almost, I don't know, I've seen some scary things happen with Krugs. Yeah, you definitely have to slam the Reroll, and he's even going to slam the tier. I love this, because yeah, Krugs, I don't know, Krugs feels strong in this set to me for some reason. I think I just have Krug PTSD from losing to Krugs once during PvE, but yeah, it looks like this is gonna be completely fine. Pick up a Lee Sin, actually, though he's not interested in playing it yet. I mean, I would definitely hold on to it, but maybe he already thinks like Lee Sin is too strong anyway, so might as well just chill here. You can actually pre-level. Okay, now if we play the Lee Sin, which yeah, I do think is stronger, we don't get to do the pre-level thing where we could triple pre-level here and be level 6 next round. But the upside is we get a Lee Sin on our board, which will help us kill units with this Trist. Wow, another like pretty good loss, 57 HP. I mean, we're not we're not healthy by any means, but we're definitely relatively healthy. Partial Ascension is just not an augment that I love. Oh, I mean, I mean, surely we take that, right? That's a Tiny Titans. It's a 3-2 Tiny Titans. We're up to 87 HP. We can push this. Oh, this is gonna be such a fun game to watch. I mean, it's definitely a high roll spot for sure from Asa to be, you know, 2 Unfortune into Tiny Titans. But I mean, he's piloted it masterfully, and that's what TFT is all about, right? I mean, once again, I think he saw that he has Marcel in his pool, and this is why he's going for this like more full open setup, and he does slam the TG here. I like TG as an item in this position and just in this meta in general. It's still not going to let us kill actually a single unit, which feels pretty bad, but I like going for the TG slam here. Yeah, I think it's the fact that Marcel's in his pool is really, really making him nervous. He needs to sack until he fights Marcel, so that, you know, he doesn't lose his loss streak there. Have to imagine that we're going to go for a... Ooh! Okay. We just rolled a 6. So 6 rounds. We're 75 HP. There's no way we're going to be dead in 6 rounds. But we need to lose these next 6 rounds. If we lose these next 6 rounds, there's a very good chance that we can just win the game, as long as someone else doesn't hit something crazy. So full open versus Marcel. Marcel, I think, might be a higher level than us. He is level 6, but he's only playing 5 units. Oh, this is really scary because Marcel trapped one of his units in the corner. Shen is doing some work. I mean, the double Caitlyn is horrible, right? Double Caitlyn is just completely useless. And yeah, we do end up losing this fight huge. And it's almost a perfect loss. Really, really great play by Asa there. The double Caitlyn, I think, was really, really smart because double Caitlyn, a lot of those Caitlyns, it's surprising even that one of our Caitlyns got a cast off. But I mean, you often expect that double Caitlyn is not going to get a single cast off. You know, like either one of them is going to get a cast off. So that was beautiful by Asa. 2 unit loss there, 68 HP. He's got 5 more losses to go. Hopefully he can be in like 20. I mean, best case he's like 30 HP, but his board is a pile of garbage. So it's a little scary just getting to those next few losses. But I fully expect to see him to start slamming items on this Teemo here. Everyone else should have a pretty strong board, so you can go for the Morello, the blue buff, and the TG onto another unit, and hopefully we can kill a few units. The hard thing about this board is that Teemo is not really a great board, not a great unit at killing units. He's one of those units that slowly damages the entire board. So you see here, he did a bunch of damage to this Darius, but didn't actually finish him off, which is not ideal for saving HP. So we're going to lose that fight. I don't think we killed a single one. We either took a 6 unit or 7 unit loss, but it's okay. We got the Volibear in, which is a fantastic item holder here. Maybe with the Volley we can kill some stuff. He's going to throw the Caitlyn in here for Ghostly, which I like. Once again, hard board to kill stuff versus maybe we can get that Nico, maybe this random Kha'Zix. Obviously, we're never killing the Yone, but hey, we got the Nico, we got the Kha'Zix. I mean, hey, killing 2 units, not that bad. That's 3 fights. So we have 3 more fights to go. Oh, God. Wait, this spot is kind of scary. Okay, Teemo 2 is nice. Teemo 2 is actually really, really helpful, because this will certainly save us some HP. And at this point, we're in full HP preservation mode. We don't really care that much about getting more stacks. I mean, obviously, another loss, like 3 perfect losses would be amazing, but I'd rather like win one of these next 3 and cash out than just die. So yeah, I like going level 8 here, and I would probably roll here, Asa. Oh my God, is he really gonna not roll in this spot? He's not gonna roll. Wow. I mean, this is next level greed. And I mean, if it works, he's an absolute beast. He has potentially like Warmog's Edge of Night here, which I wouldn't hate, because I mean, it's very likely that we're going to be playing towards like a, I mean, in this spot looks like we're going fast 9. I mean, we're 50 gold. We're very healthy. Ooh, this looks like a pretty good loss. He didn't slam the Warmogs for whatever reason. I think maybe that would have allowed him to kill one more, but maybe not. Oh, and like honestly, you probably don't stand in puddles here, right? Yeah, it looks like he's not actually going to play into this because we have so many resources. Why would we give the rest of the lobby resources? Yeah, you just don't stand in any of the puddles. Because you don't want to give the rest of the lobby resources. Hopefully, you know, they don't get anything. Ideally, we would have got like the Ari encounter. That would have been crazy. Ooh. Okay, I mean, we already have a TG, so yeah, I think it has to be Lucky Gloves here. We also got a Masterwork upgrade, which he's gonna go for the Radiant Morello for. I mean, there was also the option to go a Radiant Thief's Gloves here. Okay, now he's gonna start rolling. He says, okay, I'm a bit low here. Galio tends to be a strong upgrade here. He can fit Storyweaver in just like this, yeah. Just needs to remember to keep Fortune in here. And yeah, he's going to slam the Radiant Morello here, slam some tank items onto a random frontliner, and then just make another TG. Yep. So yeah, I wonder, I mean, Radiant Morello is objectively broken. I wonder about the idea of a Radiant TG with Lucky Gloves, though. Maybe Radiant Morello is still better. Okay, so we're finally going to win a fight, but there's actually, like, it's not that bad. We receive a small penalty in terms of how many stacks we get. or we have, but we still have 86 stacks. It's fine. We just need to make it to cash out here, and losing this fight or winning that last fight really does not matter that much. So I really like Asa rolling on that round, finding the upgrades to save him some HP. And yeah, I mean, I think he said that I don't even, like, he didn't need to roll at 4-1 because he was sort of predicting that he was going to be able to roll and win 4-2 and 4-3. Lose a few more stacks, down to 78, but still that's a lot of stacks to work with. And he has 67 gold here, 33 HP, more than enough HP to work with. Needs to pick something up off Carousel. That's a Hui. I mean, I think he'll take the Hui pair if you can get it. And he really wants it, but he can't pick it up. So we'll just take another Lucky Gloves, which is also fantastic here. But we're going to see our cash out surely here. Hopefully, I don't know, it's a Radiant item and it's a Radiant TG, but I'd be surprised. And then we can start playing around this board. So let's see. If we get a lot of gold, ooh, that is a lot of gold in that we got a lot of units. It was double ZZ Rod plus a bunch of 5 costs, which can actually allow us to start kind of early pivoting our board. Yeah, like we can get the Rakan and we can get the Wukong in. We still, you know, there's some extra stuff, extra sauce that we need on this board. And it's nice. Yeah, I like not putting TG onto Wukong here. Certainly strongest board is TG Wukong here, but we want that blue buff on Wukong, likely. Like Morello, Hui, blue buff Wukong, go for like a Shojin maybe for Hui. The hard part is just getting all the items to fit. And maybe he will end up just blue buff on the Hui. We'll see. Yeah, he could theoretically cut this, yeah, and just get all the 5 costs in. Then he can start putting items on everyone. And yep, exactly like I was saying, I think this is perfect. The only kind of awkward thing is ZZ-Rot's a unique item. You can't place them both on the same unit, I believe. And so, wait, why does he have... Oh, it was 3 ZZ-Rots. For some reason, I thought it was 2. But yeah, that's why he just doesn't have them all into the Soraka here. I mean, it's a lot of tank stats, but it's pretty funny that we don't actually... Like, it's hard finding space with all the TGs and the ZZ-Rots, because yeah, you can't TG the same unit that you can ZZ-Rot, so like if we find another TG, it's gonna be kind of awkward. Ooh, I like this a lot from Asa. He's going 9 early, and he's starting to roll on neutrals. This is something that we've seen, like, way back when in the day in TFT, I don't think people did this, but I think more recently, the past few sets, people have realized, like, TFT's a hard game to play. It's really, really hard to pilot these transitions like this. Like, he hits the Lee Sin too, he's pivoting into, like, Irelia as a carry, now he has a Azir too. Like, it's really hard, especially with all the Lucky Gloves, to ensure that you get all of your items down in time. So yeah, we're gonna fully make Wukong items here, and then just triple TG our front line here, which is fantastic. Ornn can farm an item for, I mean, right now it's Rakan, which is not amazing. Ideally, it'd be Azir, because we have a one item Azir, and the item is a TG here. But we really just need to survive one more combat, get the Hui too. Ooh, I hate this encounter so much, honestly. I'm down for them to take it out of the game, but it's fine. But a Hui 2 would be fantastic. Then we can look at duplicating our Udyr here. But yeah, I like this board a lot. It's a little bit non-conventional. Like, usually you're always playing around this core of like Udyr, Ornn, and Azir as a core, and then like Soraka, Wukong, and then like Rakan as a core. And he actually thought about playing around the Irelia for a second, then got it out. It would have been interesting to see him play around that board, but I think this board is just so much stronger. You throw in Hui as an extra really strong unit. You throw in the Lee Sin as just a very solid Dragon Lord, and you know, it's really, really straightforward. Oh my god! I mean, this is a fantastic setup for Asa. This is actually putting us in a position where maybe we can win the game. Asa, really, really diligent though. He's not resting on his laurels. He's doing a lot of scouting here, seeing if anyone's going for like 3-star 4 cost, trying to position versus everyone, trying to make sure he doesn't get Zephyr'd here, because there are so many Zephyrs about. And I mean, he's 17 HP, one really bad loss, and he could die. Much more likely like one like okay loss into another okay loss, and he could be dead. So gotta be very careful. This is also a prismatic lobby, so people are gonna cap very high. We're first pick on Carousel. That looks to me like we're gonna get a +1 Dragon Lord here, which is really nice. Man, Asa like gets up out of his chair so often anytime anything good happens. It's funny. And yeah, now he's just looking at getting that 4th Dragon Lord in here. I have to imagine if we saw either of them, we would play it over the Lysandra here. I mean, Lysandra farming items is really, really nice. Like, anything that we could farm would be awesome. But 4 Dragon Lord is a big spike. It gives Dragon Lord that stun, which is really, really nice. And I like this positioning. Ornn far left here. Okay, like, I want Ornn ideally to farm items for our Hui or our Azir. It's still, we have Lysandra on the same side, so we're farming for Lys, which, I mean, Lys farming means that we might be able to have Lys get a kill and then actually farm us a real item. So I could certainly see this being the setup. I probably would have just put Lys the other side and farmed items for my my Hui or my Azir or something. But I think he wants to. Yeah, okay. Now he's gonna swap the positioning a little bit. The nice thing with the Lucky Gloves is actually you can position your Lucky Gloves units next to the Ornn, and then that like gives you a lot of flexibility in positioning, right? you're not worried about your Orin farming for one of your frontline units because, I mean, they already all have items. The only issue is that Liz does love to walk up here and take this item, but I mean, if Liz gets a death cap and then she farms us like a sword or something, I mean, we're hard chilling. It's also interesting that I mean, right now he's looking at duping the Irelia, but that also might just be to get the stacks up. Like I said, by the way, this Diana now comes in over the Lissandra here, just a fantastic addition to the board. I mean, really, we want to pick up a Wukong here and duplicate that, right? I don't think we care that much about fitting Irelia. I mean, you could fit her in on 10, I guess, but I think our level 10 would probably prefer to just be finishing everything off, finishing off 5 Dragon Lord, I would think. Just random Janna. Ooh, Spark here? Yeah, I could certainly see Spark here. A lot of those items are kind of rough, right? You'd love a red buff, except you already have Radiant Morello, so you don't really need that. So yeah, I think this is a reasonable pick here. We do a lot of magic damage between the Hui, the Azir, and the Rakan himself, which the Spark is good because he's going to jump to backline. And yeah, looks like we're going for a fast 9 type, or fast 10 type situation here, because we're so strong. Ooh, that player who just, I think, lost might be kind of scary, though. We might have to worry about that. So yeah, the question is, do you roll here, look for a Wukong to make Wukong 2 with Hui, or do you just take the Irelia 2, push 10 in the immediate future, and then just add Irelia as, you know, a random decent duelist onto your board? You could also find Rakan for Rakan too. Looks like he is just going to make the Irelia 2. I'm curious to see how this plays out, how he fits this. I mean, maybe he's just thinking of adding it on 10. I mean, Irelia 2 is an Irelia 2. I mean, this is true. You know, like, you can't really be mad about having a 2-star 5 cost on your board, even if she's 0 item. And yeah, looks like he is going to play her on the board here and then wait 1 round and then level next round. And then he can get the Diana back in. He's just going to play 4 Dragon Lord, 5 Dragon Lord. It's nice, but it's not the end of the world. You already get that stun on 4 Dragon Lord, so 5 is just more stats. And I mean, more stats is good, but maybe the idea is that going level 10 is better than more stats. I can see it. And I mean, look at this board just plowing through everything. It's just us and Spencer here. Spencer with the Heavenly Reaper board, actually, which is pretty cool to see. This is the board that I don't think I've actually done a VOD on, but I mean, it's a board that a lot of people have been very high on. We're going to get an Archangel here, which is a fantastic pickup for our way here. Not going to get another dupe at this point, so rolling at level 10 here, trying to just pick up some kind of 2-star 5 cost. We pick up the Zyra Khan pair. He's not actually going to dip here down to 0 gold. I probably would just send it straight to 0 here. Also, important positioning versus the this Yone. I like the units in the middle. This means that Yone, if your frontline is fanned out, there's a decent chance. Yeah, he's going to go to corner here. Oh, sadly, he went to corner and then went back onto the way. Oh, that was such a close fight. Looks like we're going to, just barely lose it. I mean, the other hard part is that Spencer's 42 HP. So if that ever happens again, we're dead. And we basically need to win every fight now at this point, which is really, really tough. We also still don't have Wukong too, which would be a big upgrade. This is pretty cool. We're going to put the entire board basically on the right side here, and then just our left, our Hui here, which means it's going to take 3 casts from Yone to even, be able to be in the same zip code as this Hui. This fight looks pretty bad, though. My God. I mean, Gargantuan Resolve Yone is a beast. That's the real takeaway from this game. This is a really, really fun Fortune game from Asa. Showed how to play around Fortune, how to save HP, how to go fast 9, how to greed your econ in situations where you need to greed it and then roll when you need to roll it, how to itemize, augments. I mean, there was everything here. I loved this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and all my other links down below. Thanks for watching.